is unreal how good it runs. Today will be episode 6 of the build series. Today is a very, very exciting day because we're building the most complex feature of the whole park. Right here in the background, next to the first box jump in the park, we're gonna build like a hipped fun box. It's hard to explain what it is. So the idea behind it is to do 3 equal sides. Basically, we want to be able to do hips and change directions in the park. And this is going to allow us to do that. And it's also going to be a flat box. So it's going to open up a lot of like manual things and like 180 things and then 180 and then go into a different corner and change directions that way. So it's going to open up a lot of jibs. But we also wanted some big and lofty hips in a skate park, but then you can also ride them small if you want. So this is going to be a very versatile feature in general. A key thing when we worked on this box is that we're going to be able to jump from the first box jump, as you can see here, and then go into that one over there. You can go into that side over there or quarter pipe back there. This is going to be such a lofty and nice one. If we take off by the top of that one, we're going to be able to jump in to the left hip landing or whatever we want to call it. That goes this direction here. We had a feature like this in a very famous park when I was a kid called Skogås Bike Park, and I wanted to kind of do something similar, but a very, very updated and better version of it. It's going to be basically the heart of the whole park. And also now you guys probably understand why we built this bowl corner here with the wall right under it. So you're going to be able to land either on this side of the hip landing and go up and do wall ride that way, or if we just land on this side, we're going to be able to land there and go that way. This is gonna tie up the whole park in a really fun and cool way for us to be able to do transfers, wall rides from different sorts of angles and whatnot. However, this is gonna be quite a tricky mission to build because we actually need to figure out the gap, the width of the box and everything and line it up with this bowl corner here. It's gonna be quite tricky, but it's definitely gonna have to be one of them where we're putting up some radiuses and just eyeing it out a little bit and then doing some measuring, and it's gonna go back and forth. Same as with this box jump really, but it's gonna be nearly impossible to change this box after it's been made. So we're gonna have to set and agree on something today because I'm actually going away for the rest of the week, so I'm gonna leave a camera for the boys again. This is yet another dream feature I've had in mind for so many years, just an updated version of that old box that we had growing up. We've been cutting out a couple of radiuses and laid them out on the floor. 215 centimeter tall ramp, and then it's gonna be a 420 radius on that. A lot of you guys asked me to include a couple of radiuses and measurements and stuff in the upcoming episodes. I won't be here for the rest of the week, but I'm gonna be back on Monday and see what the boys have been up to. I've left a camera for them, so we're gonna see what they can do and we're gonna roll their B-roll now and see you back here in a week. So we put water.
Do you think it's gonna work?
I know it's gonna work.
You know it's gonna work?
Yes.
Oh.
Kolla
så bra det går.
And it will be very bendy.
Vad bendy.
Yeah, not yet. Give me 2 minutes. It's a week later, basically. And the boys have been putting up 70 pieces of plywood, more than that actually, and then 8,000 screws all over this wall here in the background. I just left, and then I got some videos when they're hanging off their ceiling in not even climbing here, just a strap, really. And then they're just banging it out in the middle of the night, listening to Scooter on the loudest volume possible, and just... They have something weird in their heads, but they are very good at what they're doing. I'm actually talking to one of them in the camera now, so sorry. Yeah. They managed to fix up the first box jump as well. They patched up the whole kicker, built a platform, and put the last pieces of plywood on that. Built in these booster quarter pipes, so now we can actually try them out as well. Do the wall rides, finished up that whole corner over there. And today we are gonna build the scary old box in the end, the hipped box jump, which is a scary one. It is tricky to align, but we are kind of eager to get that done, because when that's finished, we can actually try the whole park and figure out if everything works, and then we can move into detail, putting on the next layer of plywood. The boys actually prepared these as well when I was gone. How much can you guys even do in a week? We're not gonna go for as much of a flat bottom here as we have on the box jump, because I kind of like the idea of this feature to be more flowy and like more coming up, coming back, and right hips and stuff, rather than like straight. But it's also very scary to take this decision on how we're gonna put everything, if it's gonna work with all sorts of features so we can ride. Look how tiny a piece is here in the bottom, and then it goes out all the way to here. Look how wide that is. And it's a different angle there to there, and then the next piece needs to have an angle there to there. So every piece is basically different from the other. So I guess this took a lot of time. Were you here when they did this? No. We are gonna go for a 45-degree angle from here. So I think it's gonna start from somewhere here. And that's gonna be a really long hipped corner, which is gonna make the landings and the takeoffs of the hips a lot wider and feel a lot bigger and more safe for us to ride from different sorts of angles. Yeah, the boys did an amazing job when I was gone, so make sure you have checked them out. And also, if you haven't seen, we do have a GoFundMe page now. Did actually face a bit of an unprepared fee that we need to pay. It's 260,000 Swedish crowns, which is about 24,000 euros that we have to pay for the insurance. Like it's a bit of a complicated situation, but we need to pay that, and the bike park doesn't have that money. So if you guys can donate, that would be really, really nice. I donated myself, and we are donating a lot of time here as well. I guess we're just gonna cue a bit of a build lapse. Right, the boys actually gave me a bit of a task to get this one together, and that was actually quite a fun mission. It's actually so satisfying to walk around with the nail gun and just go chung 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 chung, and then obviously we have to make everything straight and like align everything, but it wasn't too hard or too much of a headache. And now we're gonna start on the other side. Alright, so today is Thursday, a couple of days later from where I was here the last time. I left the boys a camera yet again, and they did a killer job filming this beautiful structure here in the background. Now you can actually see the whole thing, and they did the hip corners, and they actually came up with their own system and ways to even like get everything aligned and do everything smoothly, because you can't really find online how to build ramps properly. If you look this way over, everything is dead straight and all the pieces match together. And what the boys told me is that they cut it that way on an angle, but then also that way as an angle. So there's two different angles that goes into every single piece, and one is not like the other, only if you go halfway around on the other side of the ramp. So when they did one piece, they did four, right? 4 pieces for one, 4 pieces of that, 4 pieces of that, or 4 pieces of that. So it's pretty safe to say it was quite a mission. I was here 2 days ago, and I was just like, I'm not even gonna be around when you guys are doing this, because it sounds like a nightmare. And they did an amazing job. We were here earlier in the week. We didn't even film that, but we did ride and jump over the whole thing to figure out the gap, and we ended up pushing it in 40 centimeters from the original thought. We always try to like build everything bigger and then leave room to push in rather than the other way around, because that would just waste material if it goes wrong. Now we're gonna start putting plywood on everything. Me and Andreas is just finishing up laying all the flooring here and doing some angles, and then William just started putting on plywood, and the goal is to try it. Well done. Little pessimist.
Thank you.
That long corner piece that goes all the way from there to there is actually 2 different radiuses. It's with this one, but then also another one in the bottom to get the corners and the whole thing perfect. Look at these corners. Everything is just perfect. If you look down like that, you guys are a bit of freaks. You definitely have OCD, both of you. Even the next episode will be insane as well. We're building that whole side of the park as well. Just look at this area here. We have so much more to build. As the optimists we are, we thought that we would be able to test ride yesterday, but it turns out that these corners here, that William was here all the way until 1 a.m. trying to fix and figure out how to make these corners. 2 working weeks of plying this whole wall, all the radiuses, putting up the new ramps and whatnot. So it's been a massive episode. The whole thing about putting plywood everywhere is for us basically to feel out and test the park in a way, and then they're obviously going to put on a really nice fine layer on top of that. And this type of plywood looks a lot more messy, so it's kind of hard to see all the shapes and stuff, but when the nice and good layer comes on, it's going to show a lot of more like structure and a lot of more angles and stuff, and all the radiuses. It's going to be very cool to see. We're going to start riding. I'm actually gonna film my first run through the park so we can get the ultimate feel of how it feels to ride it, and I'm gonna do all the hips always. That is unreal how good it runs. Everything, you don't have to do anything. Everything just works perfect. No hard pumping anywhere. Everything is aligned. Like, you don't have to cut anything. It's just too good to be true. All right, first 2 tricks. One, I'm gonna turn down over here, turn around, then a 2-7 to see how it spins. It's almost like we built my dream feature here. That's basically what we did, actually. There you go. Come on, quickly! I'd say 50% of all of that was casing, but you guys get the idea. I'm tired, okay? It's actually a bit too good to be true. All the lines line up unreal. Like, I can't even describe or tell you guys how excited I am about this whole build and the outcome of everything. Huge props to Andreas and William, obviously, but there's going to be many more episodes that are coming where we're going to be building even more exciting stuff. We're going to build the ultimate nose bunk feature in that corner, and you guys are going to know about that in the next episode. Sayonara.